Every day he drags himself out of bed, sits behind the computer for 40 hours a week, comes home exhausted, too tired and emotionally burnt out to do anything other than order takeout and watch Netflix. Maybe he gets married, maybe has one or two kids, but really, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad and all. That's like, oh, what's the point? He comes home and he's tired and he's like watching Netflix, he doesn't know, but what's the point? Spending time with family, having choices, having leisure time, being able to go out and have fun and be, if he's even with his family, if he's away, he could even talk to them on Skype or something. I mean, that's all bad and all. It's really like so depressing. It would be far better to be like this woman that was captured in war and you watch your husband and your brother be beheaded right in front of you, and then you are sold to this guy in the market, in the slave market, and and then you're just not repeatedly have sex with non-consensually by this guy, but that is like that has five other slaves, and then you get tired, and one day you want to run away and you're captured, and now you're tortured by your slave master to send a message to all your other slaves. I mean, that would be, I guess, more ideal, right? Or maybe it would be better if you just like, if you're gay and you are like, you fall in love and you want to be with this other guy, but you're like, I'm in an Islamic state, but so I can't be with them, but he's your life and you want to be with him so much, so you both decide to make a run for it and escape, but the Islamic State police catches you and they behead you and they crucify you and put you in the middle of in the square, in the town square for a message to everyone else, so that they all of a sudden don't become rebellious like that. I don't know, like it's just like so much. I don't know. It's just so. It should be better. By the way, guys, the things that I'm describing is not the things that this guy will say that is not Islamic. All right, this dude. I mean, he's on record as saying, yeah, those are all Islamic, but under a proper Islamic state. Okay, I mean, look at this. This is being sold to you as an empty life. This guy is not in, he's watching Netflix, okay? Instead of being in a goddamn farm and like laboring day and night, just trying to make sure that he doesn't starve to death and that his children doesn't starve to death. He's like, this Netflix is not getting me the enjoyment that I expected. What miserable life I'm living right now. This is the sadness of the modern human. Oh my God, poor you, boo, effing you. Are you goddamn serious? Oh my God.
Kids, but really, what's the point?
What's the point? Hold on, listen to this. Order another takeout and watch
Than
Netflix.
order takeout and watch Netflix. Maybe he gets married, maybe has one or two kids, but really, what's the point?
I mean, what's the point? What do you mean? Like you have one or two kids, you have kids running around your house and you love them, and they come like they run to you and like, daddy, 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 look what I did in school today, and he shows you your art and you look at him and you're so proud. Like like I could turn this whole situation upside down. I like, guys, it's movie night tonight, and mom has made popcorn, and you all get together and watch Netflix together, and your child is growing up with memories that's gonna stick in his head forever as fun time with family. Or even if you're a single mother, you're gonna grow up with memories that your mom did it. Your mom was there for you alone, and she loves you so much that she sacrificed so much that you're gonna remember that. Like, I don't know, like you could see, why are you such a glass half empty kind of guy? There's beauty in life. Yeah, you could point out to. I mean, I mean, it doesn't. There's joy in life today as well. Like, you could keep pointing at all the negatives, but there's happiness as well. There's so much happiness everywhere. And it's more to, yes, there's sadness, there's emptiness, but there's joy and happiness as well. And it's easier to point at joy and happiness compared to 100 years ago. It's still difficult sometimes, but it's easier than 100 years ago. Marco is giving us a €5 super chat. Thank you so much, Marco. Marco is saying, forget society. We can go back even further, return to nature, and avoid hunting packs of hyenas while going to work. Yes.
Point.
Like, look at this guy. Probably has air conditioning. If he has a tooth problem, he could pull it out with anesthesia instead of making it a torturous experience. I mean, he doesn't experience too much cold and too much heat because it's indoor. He's probably never experienced starvation his entire life, but he's like complaining because, oh, Netflix. Oh, what's the point? What is the point? Clean water, access to toilet. I don't have to smell my own crap for like half a day because I just press this button and my crap goes away. You guys do realize that you're not grateful. The mere fact, you guys know how freaking privileged you are, but for the mere fact that when you take a dump, you press something and your crap goes away, you think that's not privilege? You know how historically and you know how rare that is historically? You know, compared to 99.9% of your ancestors, how major of a privilege it is for you to be able to go, bye-bye crap, bye-bye, I just press this and it goes away. You have no idea how big of a privilege just that is. God damn it. Again, more people need to be told how better the world has become because of simple things like anesthesia and access to clean water and the scientific method and freedom of expression and government accountability. And the list goes on, and secularism. There's so much that you need to be grateful for, and you have no idea. And because you have no idea, people like this come and tell you, like, yeah, what's the point in life? You watch Netflix and you're in your socks and Islam, I guess, Islam. You have to say no. No. Shove that Islam up your, what the? I don't want your Islam. Get the hell out of here. Life is better without Islam.
They're all locked into their own institutional existence for most waking hours of their atomized lives. So he works like this. He works like this for 40 years, only to retire.
Under Muhammad's government, what did people do? Did they not work? Under Muhammad's rule in Medina, did people just like chill under like date trees and just talked about Islam? Like, what did they do? Did they not have jobs?
Most likely he's divorced by then. His kids have long ago moved on.
Yeah, you don't. Okay. Oh, yeah. He got divorced by then. Unlike Islam, when your wife doesn't get that much of a choice to leave you, right? Like, oh, yeah, actually, I agree with him. And if you don't want to get divorced, then go with Islam, because your 4 wives and your endless sex slaves don't get that much of a choice to leave you. Okay.
He has to spend the end of his life alone, maybe in a nursing home, the final institution. So from birth,
a nursing home, the final institution. You guess what? The modern, you know what? Oh, you know what? You're a modern human, and you, when you get old, you go into a nursing home. How old is this guy, by the way? How old do you think this guy is? 70, 80? Another institution? Do you know why he gets to be 70 or 80? Because of modern medicine. Oh no, he's in a nursing institute. He's in a nursing home in an institution. Unlike the non-modern human who wouldn't even be able to dream to ever live to be that age.
So from birth until
oh my god, I love you, Fatima. Fatima say, what's the point of having a happy family? The scary music. I can say, yes, that's what
death, virtually every moment of his life was mediated by a state or corporate institution.
Under an Islamic state, unlike I prefer this state mediating rather than a state that would go choppy if I don't agree with it.
Virtually every moment of his life was mediated by
Like, what do you, as opposed to what? Like, don't you, like, Islam believes in governments in a state. It's literally called the Islamic State. What, under an Islamic state, when you go through work, when you pay your taxes, when you pay your jizya, when you pay, like, what happened? Like, when you go to school, like, does the state not have an influence over these things under an Islamic state? Like, is it like completely like independent from the rules and regulations of the state under an Islamic state? Is it just everybody, like, what do you, as opposed to what? As opposed to what? I mean, these states are less handsy on my personal life than an Islamic state ever would be.
a state or corporate institution. Or maybe he will end up living alone, and when he dies in his apartment, no one will really know. He has no family to visit him or care for him, and when he dies, it'll...
Yeah, and like, yeah, when I die under an Islamic state, everybody would know about it because my corpse would be crucified in the town square.
Only become
and everybody passing would be able to get to see it.
Apparent a few months later, when the growing stench of his rotting corpse...
Oh yeah, the only part, yeah, he dies in his apartment alone, and the only way people find that is like the growing stench of his rotting corpse finally makes people realize that he's dead. But yeah, under an Islamic state, the growing stench of my rotting corpse as an ex-Muslim will be like filling the entire town square from day one instead of day 7 for this guy.
Wafts into the halls of his apartment building, and then again a corporation has...
A corporation! Oh my God! This is getting truly satanic now. Truly satanic. A corporation has to be called. A corporation has to be called. Oh no. Okay, here's the thing though. So when somebody dies, first of all, are you suggesting that under an Islamic state nobody's gonna die like alone? So everybody's gonna what? God damn it! No. Okay. So here's the thing: people die alone all the time. Do we have a problem that people are not as connected as much as they should be, and enough people are not caring for each other? Yes, of course we do have that problem. How do we solve that? You know what could solve that? Technology! Technology! People are more connected with each other through technology, okay? And again, other being able to track people, to see, if governments have access, if more people were on the grid instead of off the grid, then problems like this would be able to, like, if you actually get more involvement with these institutions, with hospitals, with elderly care and government, there would be data collection methods that would, with AI, that would be able to see these problems happening way before they happen. It would be, I could see that in the future we will even have predictive models that we could see that, okay, this person is going in a direction that we think that at some point he's going to reach a place where it's going to suffer for too much loneliness, right? And there's not going to be, like, it seems like, oh, we're detecting that his son is going through this career, and oh, he's moved to this city, and he's now alone in the city. We might want to check up on Jack. We might want to, yeah, I think like Jack is going to be alone, and there's not enough people caring for Jack. I think we need to, like, this. I'm seeing, like, I'm looking at the future with the solution, where the solution to these problems are more government involvement in some areas, with more corporation involvement, with more data, with more technology, not less. Modernity is the solution. Islam is a disease. Modernity is the solution. Modernity is the cure. Okay? So there's that. And also, when he says cooperation, we're talking about like for-profit institutions that will come take your body for a profit and then put you into a ground for profit because they're providing a service, and they are evil corporation that charge money for their services. So I'm wondering, well, like, what's the alternative? Like, under an Islamic state, when somebody comes to pick up your body and to bury it in the ground, are they gonna like just do it for free, or are they gonna ask for like a fee? And if they're gonna ask for a free fee, is there gonna like the couple of people that get together and try to turn that into a business? Is that not technically a corporation? Or are you just going to name it something else so that it's not like a corporation? I mean, what's the alternative? Like even during Muhammad, people exchange services for fees, okay? And a corporation is just a whole bunch of people getting together and trying to do it in a more structured way. So what's the difference? What's going to happen under Islamic State? Like, if people are going to put you into the ground, it's just without charging, like they're going to provide the service, and it's not going to be through a corporate. Like, you keep saying things as if it's as if the alternative is what? What, as if the alternative is, oh, a corporation is going to come and put you to the ground. Has
to be called.
But do you have hikmah? Can modernity give you hikmah? Modernity is hikmah!
To dispose of the putrid remains.
Ooh, putrid. Look at this. Oh no. Okay, look at how scary it gets. The corporation comes and to put your remains into the ground. In an Islamic state, you die and your remains just gets transferred into the ground under this, like, and on a rainbow, and with angels singing on a cloud, and your remains, like the music would be like, ah, instead of like, oh, remains. Look at this scary sound here. Look at it.
Apartment building. And then again, a corporation has to be called to dispose of the putrid remains.
And subscribe! Everyone! Every single one of you is watching! Subscribe! Do it now! Do it! Do it now!